Welcome back to Help Me Computers. Today we're going to be learning about Python, the second tutorial in our Python tutorials. In the first one, if you didn't check it out, go back and check it out. It's talking about the very basics, variable and functions. If you do not have Python, you're just not looking at this. Python is free to get. Just go to python.org, download it, you're good to go. Today we're going to be learning about math functions in Python. Yes, it sounds kind of boring, but we got to get through it. So go ahead and open up your Python window if you have already. If not, just go ahead and open it up. Once you get in, you want to go to File, New Window, and this bad boy will pop up right in front of you. Okay. So what we're going to do is also today, besides doing math functions, another very useful thing that you can use in Python will be small little comments, so you can keep track of where everything is. So when you're making a program, you don't have to go, okay, where did I put the if statement for label 1 and things like that. So you can always have comments above them saying this is the statement for label 1, this statement for label 2, things like that. The way you put a comment in it will be the shift and 3, which will make the pound key. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my name up top, and then I'll put today's date, which is March the 22nd, 2010. Oh, 2011, my bad. Okay. Alright, so we have a basic math function. So I could show you in the Python shell. Matter of fact, that's why I'll go ahead and do that. Show you on the Python shell before I actually make a program in it. So we have 2 plus 2, 4, 10. Well, not exclamation mark. 10 minus 9 is equal to 1. 10 divided by 5 is equal to 2. And well, 2 times 2 minus 1 equals 3. 2 times 2 is 4, minus 1 equals 3. So as you can see, Python does have built-in math functions. There's also some that you have to unlock by importing math functions. I'll get into a tutorial about that later. But for right now, we're just going to be talking about the basic math functions. So let's go back into our program, and we're going to make a basic calculator or whatever you want to use. So I'm thinking of this off the top of my head. Okay, let's have number 1 is equal to a input. In this input, we would type in what is your age? Well, no. We want to do math functions, so please type in a number. Okay, so in that, let's go on down to the next one. So it'll be number 2. If I can spell that right, number 2 is equal to input. If you do not know what I'm doing, go back and look at my first tutorial. It will explain exactly what I'm doing here. Please type in your next number. Okay. I don't know if I showed y'all this in last tutorial because it's been a while since I did a tutorial. But what we're about to do is called a while statement. I'm pretty sure I haven't taught y'all that, but you know what, I'm not even going to get into it today. I'm not even going to put it in here. I'll say that for another tutorial. So right now we have a variable named number 1, which we wanted to input, which is basically an integer or a number, and this would be displayed on the screen for the user to answer. Okay, and then on the second line we have another variable that we want to store whatever the user enters in for this question. So down here we would go down here, we will make total equals number 1. Well, I don't know how they got over there, but number 1 plus number 2. Alright, and then down here we would just put print the total for the two numbers, or put a space, or we don't have to put a space, but yeah, you get that there. And then, okay, so before we're going to run it, let me show you what it's going to do. Okay, so there's going to be a question on the screen that says, please type in a number. You're going to type in any number that you want to. It doesn't matter how big, how small. As long as it's not decimal. If it's a decimal, we can, we'll have to float it, and I'm not getting into that right now. So, number 2, on the second line, there was please type in your next number. So you put in another number, and what this is right here is a function. Okay. Okay, so what this means is that total is our new variable. Okay. By getting total, we have to add number 1 and number 2 together. So what that means is whatever they store, so if they put 10 in right here, 10 will replace number 1, like in algebra. When you have x and you try to find x and you plug in whatever x is, it's the exact same thing. So if they put in 10 right here, it'll erase number 1 and put 10. If they put 10 in the next line, it'll erase number 2 and put 10 in. So we'll go 10 plus 10 equals whatever total is. So let's run it and show you what I'm talking about. We got to click OK, Control S to save it. Save it on my desktop. I didn't mean to do that. Make sure you always save it as a PY form, else it will not save right. So save as .py. There we go. Okay. Should pop up. Run module. Alright, there we go. Alright, so it's going to ask us, please type in a number. So I'll type in my favorite number, 24. Please type in your next number. Let's do 10. So 24 plus 10 equals... Oh, that's what I forgot to do. You always want to put what's going into the space there. So let's go back right here. And right here, right after this quotation mark, we're going to put a comma. And then we're going to put total right there. Now let's save that and run it. It's my bad. Sorry about that. Okay, so let's put in 24, 10. The total for your two numbers are 34, and that is correct. Now this is very useful time to time if you're doing with tips, money, tax, things like that. If you would like to see a tutorial on how to do a tip program, tip tax meal program, so if you're like at a restaurant or something and the meal is something $34 and you want, and the tax is 2% of that, and you want to tip them with 5%, things like that. If you can also do grades, things like that, scores, statistics, almost anything you can do. But this is the basic math in Python. So I'm gonna go ahead and get y'all out of here. Request a new tutorial for me to do. If y'all want to subscribe, rate, let me know what's going on. Please check out the website. It's helpmecomputers.webs.com. Have a nice day, guys.